Hello, welcome back to the ministry. This is Taj McCameron, and let me tell you something. God done messed with me today because I was sitting here, I was uploading my videos, I was minding my business, but I should have known that when I do my Sabbath thing, that God gonna speak. Well, he decided he wanted to speak today, and it's right in alignment with our last set of words, so get ready. We've been going somewhere, evidently, because the Lord has been leading us in a sequential order that I didn't even realize he was taking us in. So when I say he's moving, he's moving. If you follow or have been following the sequence of events of the words that I've been giving you, you should already know that we done talked about the exaltation, we done talked about the marriage, we done talked about the fact that y'all about to go on vacation. We done talked about it. Well, guess what God done did? He done gave me a movie. This is a Rhema movie and TV, boo. And guess which one it was? Twilight. He gave me Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2. I was literally sitting there minding my business and doing the uploads for the last sets of videos. And while I was sitting there doing that, the Lord said, go look up Breaking Dawn to watch it. And I'm like, and I just and it's funny. I know that was the Lord, because this morning I was thinking about not bringing my tablet when I came out today. And that's where I have, that's why I do my movie stuff. So I'm sitting there and he says, watch Breaking Dawn. I'm like, and then I thought about it and I heard the Michael Jackson song, Break of Dawn. And I'm like, what? So we're going to review that, right? And I heard a couple other songs, so I don't know if that's going to come up in here. But we're going to run through these. So either you're going to see those other songs before or after. But I got, I'm going to do this and we're going to do the other ones when I do my stuff tomorrow. So let's get started because I ain't got much time, okay? But, and I got the computer in front of me so we can just get going, shall we? Number 1, the first revelation. I looked up Breaking Dawn expecting that it was going to come up as the 2 film images. This is how I know this is straightly God, which reminds me I'm going to have to download that because I'm going to make that our, our thumbnail for this. It's the actual image from the book cover, Breaking Dawn. And guess what it is? My favorite thing. A chest piece. So God sent me to watch this movie. So we about to have some fun, all right? So wow, I never saw that book cover look like that. But let me download that. Save image. Yes. Let me get it from here. Because it was literally a chess piece. So I got that. And getting back to my notes. I also got another word I'm going to be doing on, Mary and Joseph. And that's going to come up at some point. I don't think it's going to break in the middle of this one, but God's just been talking today. So I'm just trying to follow his pace. So follow me. Follow me. You know how we do. So, first off the bat, when Bella is introducing the narration at the beginning of the film, she speaks the scripture. What is it? Hold on. 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, and I thought as a child. But when I became man, I put away childish things. That's the first thing out her mouth when she first starts narrating in the film. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. So that's the first thing she says. And as we are getting the overshot as they're going through the woods, which right there, come on, God, the woods. You and your God-ordained spouse have been in the wilderness, have you not? It's a panning shot of the woods. And then they get to the center where is Jacob's house. He's opening the door and it's raining. What did I just say? Rain full of blessings. How many times have I talked about rain full of blessings? Do you want me to insert that here? You know this is going to take longer. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to record a secondary video with the song Rain on Me, because if I go into it now, I don't know how long we're going to be. Or do you want me to go into it now? Jesus. Because I haven't even stored it yet. I'm feeling the unction to do it now. Okay. It shouldn't take longer than 10 minutes. But the song starts out. This is a song by Tamia called Rain on Me. I've been drowning in my own tears, wasting time and running from my fears, when all the while you've been right here waiting on me. You got a day spouse is coming to the realization that you've been waiting on them. And in some cases, they've been waiting on you to get to the spiritual place to be able to handle where you're going to be taken in this phase. If I'd have told you what I'm going through, you would have let me know just what to do. Your God-ordained spouse is coming to the realization and the regret of the fact that he did not realize that you were the one that he needed to come to get help for this situation. A lot of our husbands, and God has shown me this in a couple different things, that our husbands were trying to take care of this by themselves, and God was saying, if you just went over there and got your wife, you could have told her, she would have prayed with you, and this thing would have been dealt with way faster. And now I know the answer lies in you. They're coming to the understanding the answer lies in you. This is my prayer. Your God-ordained spouses have been praying, and so have you. I've been hurt so bad. Your God-ordained spouse has gone through a level of turmoil and hurt, and I know you have too, so you can take this dual ways. Sometimes it makes me sad. They are sad about what they had to go through emotionally in the relationships they went through prior to. Same for you. Would you rain on me? You got rain of blessings. You got rain coming. It's just that internal turmoil that they've also been dealing with. So it's rain in multiple ways. Would you please rain on me? I don't understand this. Your God-ordained spouse does not understand the spiritual things that he's been going through. But he's trying to. This was not my plan. Anything that has happened, and you know just as well as I do that they had no understanding as to what in the world was going on. But you have to trust, and they had to trust in the process. Would you rain on me? They want us to give them what they need, the spiritual rain. Oh God, what is that? The spiritual rain. It's a spiritual rain. What is the spiritual rain? Come on, God. Let's see. I'm begging, please. They literally need your love. It's the thing that is going to get them through. It's a fly in here. Don't stop the rain. Sometimes I feel or felt all alone, nothing or no one to call my own, but you're the only one who will be faithful and forevermore. They know you're the trustworthy partner that they need in their life. Deep down inside of my soul, you're the only one who really knows. They know that you know because you've been walking with God. What I need to make me whole, so I can smile again. They've been truly broken in their previous relationship, and they now know that you're the answer that they need in order for them to be able to make it through to smile again. I've been hurt so bad. Sometimes I feel so sad. Would you rain on me? Okay, it went through that twice. Rain on me, show me love, I'm waiting on you. They can't wait to be with you. Yes, I know sometimes it's rough. They know it's going to be rough patches, but they know that you know what to do. They're saying, you said that I could trust you, and they know that you have the ability to be the one that they can trust more than anybody they've had around them up until this point. And that's what I'm going to do. Let's see. You go through the verse again, and then you have your stanzas and out. So that was Rain on Me. Next in the scene of the film, getting back to my notes. Come on. Ain't got time to be running around here. Jacob comes out and runs in the rain after throwing down a piece of paper. His uncle, who's in a wheelchair, he watches him as he comes to pick up the piece of paper. The piece of paper is the invitation to the wedding. I do not know. Let me see. It might be in the plot line notes. But let's see if it's here. Several months after the events of the previous film, Bella and Edward are happily... Okay. So the events of the previous film, they'd been preparing to get married. You and your spouse are going to go through a period where ain't nobody gonna see you as you get ready to get married. Key factor. Now, see, this film was so on point for my situation. It speaks right down to it. But the dad is sitting at a table looking catatonic. Your family, if you send them wedding invitations, they very well might be sitting there like, what you mean? You getting married? It's happening. Really? Because he didn't have no words. Your parents might be a little, depending on how you know your parents, the coming together of this wedding is going to be, whew. Now for you, she was getting help from the Cullen family, which means when you get to your God-ordained spouse, a lot of you that have been concerned about the process of getting the wedding taken care of, it may very well be that once it comes to be, they will be the ones to assist you in the process his family will be the ones that assist you in the process. And it's the immediate ones, meaning the ones that are close by, will help you get the process, your clothes, your dress, everything. Because she was trying her new shoes, which is very important. For 3 days, she was trying her new shoes on. You're going into a new season, and with every new season, your shoes change. She was in a white pump that had diamonds encrusted in it. So you are going into royal shoes. And not only were they royal looking, they were elevated. They were heels. They weren't flat shoes. So you're getting ready to be elevated. So Edward is lost in his thoughts. So Edward standing up in the window, looking out over the preparation for the wedding. Your God-ordained spouse is still dealing with some things, and they're a little tepid as when it comes down to preparing for the wedding. Now, I don't know if you and your God-ordained spouse are going to elope. You may elope and have the wedding later, but irregardless, his mind may be a little off because of the fact that depending on how quickly he got out of the last thing and came to you, his thought processes, he's dealing with his thoughts. So he comes to see her that night, because they don't interact, because they send her home. They're like, go home, get rest. You getting married tomorrow. Don't worry about it. And she's like, I did this. This was the perfect movie, because her nonchalantness about the whole situation is so me. I'm like, I don't need all this. Oh my God, really? And she tried to act like I don't know. So she gets back home, and she's packed up her room, and everything is set to get ready to go. Y'all need to be set to get ready to go. You need to take your last looks, is what I see, because she's looking around the room like this is her bedroom. Anything you need to be saying goodbye, because it's by time. You're getting ready to walk away from everything. Oh my God. You're getting ready to walk away from a lot of stuff. So because you're getting ready to walk away from a lot of stuff, you have to get mentally acclimated for that. So you have to be prepared to walk away. And he comes to see her. Oh my God, they are so adorable. I'm going to be honest with you. Watching them together reminds me of what I wish Buffy and Angel had done. I'm sorry. I just have to say it. But I think that's why the Lord showed it to me this way, because he knows how. But he came in, and he had left her something on her bedpost. It was a little charm. You and your spouse are going to have little things that you do for each other that is just, it's going to be so little, and to everybody else it would probably be the most inconspicuous, like, why does that mean something to you? And it's like, it's everything. Oh my God, you don't see how importantly beautiful this is. Oh my God, you're going to have a bunch of that stuff. And she turns around and sees him, and she can tell he's slipping into a dark place. She's like, what's wrong? You're not getting cold feet, are you? And he said, no, not at all. But he's got this very pensive, lost in thought, but he's trying to talk to her about it. And he says, you don't know me that well. But it's that your God-ordained spouse, I believe he's going to be afraid to tell you some of the stuff that he's been through. But he doesn't realize the Lord has already told you a lot of stuff, but he's trying to figure out how to say it to you, because he doesn't want to upset you or get you fearful about certain things. So he ends up explaining to her the thirst that he had. Some of your God-ordained spouses may admit to you some of their previous proclivities because and this may be the conversation y'all gonna have. You and your spouse are gonna have that talk. And you know the talk I'm talking about, the sex talk. Y'all, if y'all getting married, you need to have it. So he's talking about his lust, his bloodlust. But y'all gonna have the discussion about that sex talk. Meaning y'all gonna lay out there those things as well. So it's a dual thing. He's afraid to tell you about his past, but you're also gonna have that sex talk, meaning about that his desires, his lusts, his sexual wants and needs, because that's technically he was talking about the bloodlust and the thirst and all of that. So think about that. Next, she gives him reasons because when he was killing, he was only killing people that were murderers and thieves, and he was pretty much like the Robin Hood of vampires, pretty much. And she said you probably did more good because the people that you killed didn't get a chance to kill anybody else. So the body count in juxtaposition is probably better because you killed that person and they didn't get a chance to kill nobody else. So she always sees from the most positive sides of everything. And he's trying to figure out, like, how is it that you see so positively? Oh my God. So, yeah. How is it that you see so positively? Um, Next. The devil's busy. That's all I was. I'm not even going to reference what I just saw. But the devil's busy. He really is. It's worth laughing about. Oh my God. That's why I paused. But getting back to what I was saying, she's over it. She's like, I don't care about your past. I don't. So she understands his past, but he justified. He's trying to. She tries to justify his bloodlust, but she explains why she can enter his world. Okay, your God-ordained spouse is afraid of you entering their world. They have been in a world of certain things happening for a period of time, and they a little bit pensive about you seeing their environment, their world, what's going on. And they're trying to almost convince you out of it. And it's like, I understand. God's prepared me for this. That's pretty much where you're at. But they're still afraid because they feel like, no, you don't know this world like that. And it's like, no, I understand. God's given me enough vision that I understand what's coming. Okay? So what's next? She explains why she can enter the world. So, but she also speaks courageously of him due to the fact that she's pretty much in a phase of, no, it was courageous of you even to go into that environment. It was sacrificial what you did do while you were there. And everything you did was from a loving gesture. So she sees no wrong with anything that he's done, and even though she's trying to encourage him, his friends show up to grab him and are like, dude, it's bachelor party night. What you doing? Let's go. And they're like, can we take him, please? And she's like, go ahead. She's like, what are you gonna do? And he's like, we're just gonna hang out. And she's like, you're not gonna go hang out with no strippers or nothing. And he's like, no. And they're like, we're gonna go on a hunt, which is their the guy ritual for vampires. So and it's funny. Oh, he tells her, I'll meet you at the altar. Do we got time, Lord? I think we got a couple minutes. Let's go ahead and do this song right quick, because it's what God gave me. Here we go. Let's get married. See, first of all, I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this, but I'ma be real and say what's on my heart. Let's take this chance and make this love feel relevant. Didn't you know I loved you from the start? Yeah. So these men are saying, I loved you from the start. Do you want me to insert that here? Do you want me to insert that? Let me just say it like this. I've been seeing confirmation of will you marry me? And it's not a will you be engaged with me? It's a like I want to marry you. Like it's not a we gonna stay engaged. Some of these people are like, nah, let's just do this. When I think all the years we put in this relationship, even though you and your God-ordained spouse have not been together, there's been a lot of years of separation, and it's felt like a separation, even though you were spiritually together. So you put a lot of years into that time frame. Who knew we'd make it this far? Neither one of y'all knew that you would actually be able to make it this far as long as y'all have been spiritually standing for this thing. Where would I be if we were to just fall apart? We can't fall apart right now. He knows he can't fall apart now. You know that y'all can't fall apart now. And I can't stand the thought of losing you. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do this. Been feeling you all the while, girl, I must confess. Girl, let's get married. I just want to get married. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger, I must confess. Been feeling you all the while, girl, I must confess. Let's get married. Baby, let's get married. I said I done it all. But frankly, girl, I'm tired of this emptiness. Your God-ordained spouse has been empty without you. Empty. And some of them, through the level of deliverance God has been taking them through, they've been emptied out. So I want to come home to you and only you, because making love to you to just anyone ain't happening. I just gotta be with you. They know you're the cure to all their problems. Do you think about us finishing something we started a long time ago? This spiritual relationship. I want to give you my all. Do you think about maybe us having some babies? Come on, won't you be my lady forever? Yeah. They ready. We just talked about the baby word. We just talked about the fact that they are desiring kids. You know that you're desiring kids, and you know now why you're desiring kids. And as I further go into this movie, you're going to understand some other things too with the kids thing. But what's going on across the sea, it ain't nothing. I ain't fronting. Some of them are like, I don't care what's going on out there. I don't even want to be traveling if I ain't traveling without you. Okay, shorty, come with me. Not now. I done already gave you the keys to the range. They gonna give you car keys, house keys, all kinds of keys. They the ones that are going to have the keys to open the doors to these places you've been dying to get into. For those of you that ain't settled into a house yet, they gonna get the keys. You don't have a car yet, they gonna give you the car. Any of the keys that you've been missing, they gonna give them to you. And your last name about to change. And when Jacob finished fighting the angel, did he not say, you fought God, you won. Now we are changing your name from Jacob to Israel. Your last name about to change. I've been watching a couple different broadcasts of the ministers I follow, and what's been happening is there's been a person that would be in the broadcast with the last name, it would be a female with the last name of my God ordained spouse, or the person had like the name Mrs. and the first name of my God ordained spouse. And I'll be like, okay. So your Mrs., whoever this person is, got a better living. What a difference the Reverend made. So meet me at the altar in your white dress. I'll get into that in a minute. We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. Been feeling you all the while, girl, I must confess. Girl, let's get married. I just want to get married. And that repeats. So yes, you getting ready to get married. So that is the end of this part, and I'm gonna come back.